Welcome, disc golf fans, to the 2025 Discraft CCR Open, fueled by Great Lakes Disc. This is a Disc Golf Pro Tour Q-Series event. We're in Holt, Michigan. Had a beautiful property with two courses here. My name is Chris German. We have PJ Barth. I want to give a big shout out to Hampton Inn for sponsoring this coverage and this stay. PJ, this is your first time at these courses.
Yeah, it's a cool place. I really like it. Property looks great. We're going to have some good disc golf here.
Yeah, this is our feature card. We have Andrew Marwede, Luke Taylor, Aaron Gossage, and Silas Schultz. We're going to be at the Renegades Devil's Den layout. So we take a look at some of the other players in the field. Pretty good turnout here of touring pros.
Yeah, there's quite a few pros who are doing well on tour showed up here to play.
We're going to move into hole 1, 354 feet. This is a blind one. Big hyzer shot. Basically a spike hyzer here. Try to land it right inside the circle.
All right, we have our 411 MPO feature car. Teeing first, we have Andrew Marwede.
Shout out Steve Way Builders for sponsoring this cover or this course.
Looks like Marwede's lining up a forehand.
Yeah, this one was interesting, and then I saw him throw down a roller. Made much more sense.
Yeah, it actually lines up really well for the roller, and being a forehand dominant player, it's a good play for him, I think.
Looks like Luke's going to take the more traditional route I was talking about.
Yeah, big high hyzer.
And weather, it was a very calm day. Did not really see too much wind. Jeez.
Just coming down from the sky. Pretty much parks it. It's got a little tester. It's kind of what you want on hole 1.
Yeah, I personally like having a tester putt as my first putt. Could really set your round up.
Especially a short tester.
Yeah. Yeah, you want like a 20-footer or something, 25-footer. You don't want a circle's edge putt here, but... And that's exactly where Gossage is going to land. It's going to probably have a 20-footer or so.
Nice shot out of him. And one more high hyzer. And that's the thing about this card is we got 3 absolute rippers on the backhand there. Marwede definitely prefers the forehand.
It's definitely shown some good pulls with the backhand over the years.
Oh, yeah.
As we've seen him develop, as this is so high over the trees, basically. Wow.
Yeah, just maybe pulled it a little wide out of the hand, but he's still got a putt here.
Yes, Silas. Just a tester putt for him here.
Yeah, just outside circle. Pops it in.
Nice way to start your round with the Gatekeeper rewind. Marwede, probably a step or two closer. Unsuccessful bid there.
Gossage sneaking that one in, kind of like how Silas did.
Gossage on the board, Luke on the board. So 3 out of 4 for our feature card here.
It's pretty good for hole 1.
Yeah, it was the 5th hardest hole. Came in .09 under par. About a quarter of the field taking birdie here. So
And good cleanup from Marwede there for his par. All right, hole 2, 600 feet, par 4. You're going to be thrown through this gap, landing off to the right around here. And then you have a choice of going left over the out of bounds, or more typically where the drone's flying, down to that basket there.
I love throwing over this wall here. It doesn't come into play, but it's just fun. So he's going to get caught up a little early there, Luke. Should still be able to get down to the green.
Here's the forehand placement shot. Typically, if you're going backhand off this tee, you're going for more distance.
Yeah, get really aggressive. Silas is going to show us this route.
Oh, yeah.
This might be too good.
Yeah.
There is OB over there on the left that possibly could come into play, but looks like he runs into the actual bushes, so we'll see what his lie looks like.
Yeah, that was at least 500 feet, and now he pretty much is forced to go down that left side, approaching the basket.
Good placement shot there for Marwede. That's all you need.
Speaking of someone forced to go down the left side, we got Luke here going for the green from all the way back there.
Wow.
He goes
Look
long.
at that. Edge of circle, putting for birdie. Luke looking for 2 in a row. This is looking good out of Marwede's hand.
Ting.
That's it right there. Just do that.
That is nice out of Marwede. Let's take another look.
Blind from this spot, too, so...
Yeah, hyzer with the putter or approach disc. No problem. Gossage looking to get around the corner. Oh. I mean, those branches don't look that thick. I feel like that was a little unlucky. He could have fought through that at least a little bit.
This is an epic approach from Silas to be able to pull that off.
That is so high.
Gossage. No birdie for him.
Luke sneaking that one in there. That is an awesome birdie save from all the way back there.
Count it for Silas. 2 in a row for him as well.
Yeah, those are some interesting ways to birdie the hole. Gossage cleaning up, and then Marwede, playing the hole how you draw it up. Just forehand placement, backhand approach, tapping.
Moving in the hole 3, one of the longer holes on this course. Par 4, 810 feet. It's first shot, couple trees you have to miss on your line. If you get out successful, you have a good chance for birdie. This basket tucked right in this ditch. There is OB surrounding the green, so if you saw one off right, go a little long. Does come into play. This is looking great. All you have to do is miss this right tree, and he does.
And that's way down there.
Yeah, full flight.
Yeah, at least halfway. I think a little bit more. And the second shot is more open. And that one just trickled through a little bit past that tree.
Tough to hit the green there, but I mean, possibly.
Yeah, with Silas's power, he definitely can if he wants to get aggressive.
But with the backhand shot and the OB there, we'll see.
Yeah.
If it's really worth it, or if it's just you throw a straight shot right there and take a bid, since not too much danger on the putt.
Yeah.
Little low there from Gossage. He's going to have a lot of work as well.
Yeah, this is almost certainly too far back to really get aggressive.
He's got to go big hyzer. Spikes in there. He's going to be settling for 4. Still has a little bit of work here on his approach.
And 4's not bad on this hole at all.
No.
Marwede.
This needs to slow down.
Yeah, maybe a little high out of the hand, or ooh, fights through that tree and fades all the way out of bounds. That's tough. Silas didn't quite get the turn on that he wanted. Maybe too much hyzer, maybe...
Well, nose up or something, but
yeah.
he's going to be by that tree. That might be a tricky lie.
Yeah, it might be a little
From
tricky,
there.
but he's,
Pretty
maybe,
close.
Yeah, maybe 100 feet. Shouldn't be too bad.
Luke, though, showing us how it's done.
That's a great shot. You just, played the hole about as good as you could on those 2 shots there. Gossage getting a tap in for his par.
Honest bid there from Silas.
And Marwede giving it a floaty bid as well. These ditches are interesting. You see so many like raised baskets, but they specifically made these lower baskets.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. I do like that.
Yeah, it's just nice to have variety.
Luke with the turkey, that is the dream start there. You want to start 3 for 3, and you actually have a easy hole coming up as well.
TeamDiscraft.com, your ultimate destination for exclusive player-inspired releases, collaborations, and collections. Discover limited edition discs, apparel, and accessories you won't find anywhere else. TeamDiscraft.com brings you the gear you need for the ultimate fan shopping experience. Don't miss out on these one-of-a-kind items. Shop today and rep your favorite team.
Hole 4, 364 feet, par 3. Seems like it's just a little bit of a forehand here. Hyzer release. Trying not to hit the left side trees there or go into the rough on the right. Luke's throwing the forehand. He gets a little flex on it, throwing something really overstable.
Yeah, that's going to flare all the way into the tree line there.
Yeah, he even makes it around the corner, but still takes a big skip.
As he was 1 of 6 birdies on hole 3. That was the 3rd hardest hole, so that was a fantastic birdie to grab as Silas showing us the route.
Yeah, here, let's get a replay. He's just, throwing straight. Takes his straight fairway,
Ooh.
I think.
Actually caught a little bit of the tree there.
Yeah, a little hyzer flip turnover. Great shot out of him.
Gossage goes over the OB. Big spike hyzer. Just one angle the whole way and drops it in, edge of circle.
That's great. I mean, if you have it, why not? Marwede, maybe getting that a little low. It's that tree. Now he's got long bid.
Ooh.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, it was looking good. Tricky putt there for Luke. It's going to end his birdie streak.
Kind of tough because I'm sure he liked his drive out of his hand.
Mm-hmm. Just a little too much movement on it.
Yeah.
Gossage gets his 2nd birdie.
We got a pretty close round going between Luke, Aaron, and Silas.
Yeah, good pace here.
Marwede's lagging a little bit, but I'm sure he'll catch up.
Yeah, plenty of golf. As we're going to move into hole 5, 404-foot par 3. This one for the righties is going to be a big hyzer. You can throw a little bit more of a direct hyzer at it. Not too much danger to worry about in terms of OB or anything.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple hole for these guys who throw as far as they do.
Jeez. Looks like there is OB long over there, but that's a crush if you're finding that.
Yeah. I can't tell if they're trying to hit that tree and crash it, or if they're purposefully like trying to go in front of it or behind it.
I was wondering that as well.
Because hitting that tree puts you inside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Silas missed it there, ends up just outside, which isn't a bad spot either.
And Gossage on the backside of that tree as well. This is looking like he's going to hit the tree.
Yeah.
Takes an unfortunate roll, though, but
Yeah,
edge of circle.
could have been 20 feet with a little luckier reaction. And then Marwede also throws this.
This is looking
high.
pretty tasty, actually. A little bit of a different line and pins it.
That's great. Yeah, he kind of throws a straight shot, but throws it just as high as the other two.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of turn out of the hand.
A little more on that left side, and that hits right before that tree. That's a fantastic birdie there for Marwede.
Oh, Silas wastes no time putting it in from outside the circle. His putt's looking good. Leaving it a little low.
Front of the cage there.
Yeah.
Goose.
Maybe that slight uphill on that putt got him.
Luke keeping pace with Silas. He's got 4 through 5 now as well. So this hole came in, excuse me, a third of stroke under par. It's one of the easier holes.
Makes sense. It's not too complicated, not too difficult.
Yeah, it's not a must get, but these are good birdies for our feature card.
Yeah. All right, moving on to hole 6, par 5, 1,001 feet. And then throwing out to here and going all the way around everything down the left side. That's how most people like to play it if they put it in the position. And then the basket's kind of tucked in here. There's some branches and trees in the way of the approach. But the drive is just a high shot, mostly. Get over all the trees.
Yeah, you want to finish pretty far left. There's a lot of room there.
Yeah, the left side is definitely the most open. I imagine this hole plays very difficult when there's wind, but in this calm condition, as Luke barely fights through that, but he bombs it.
Wow.
Wow. Just absolutely crushes it, barely squeaking by.
But the type of shot you have to throw on this first shot, eagle is really, I mean, a tough ask, I think.
Yeah, I think Luke has a chance from all the way up there. But it's definitely tough. I mean, the second shot kind of forces you into throwing a distance line.
Mhm.
So for the righty backhand player.
But yeah, this first shot, you can't really get the full distance that you want. So Marwede's going to go the forehand. Highs are out. This is looking pretty good. Dissecting the hole.
Kind of ends up behind that tree there, which may come into play, may not. And then Aaron doing the big high turnover, like I was saying, it forces you into
yeah, look at this. Oh, and actually catching part of the tree and stopping him.
Yeah, that looked like it had everything.
Wow.
So close. Just need to be a little farther left, I guess.
Let's see if Silas's can stable out as well. It looks like it is just a little more right, so he's going to catch earlier trees. But yeah, both those guys had the distance to really get down there.
Yeah, even from all the way back there, which means Luke definitely has a chance. Doesn't quite get the turn.
Yeah, gonna stable up a little.
Yeah, he didn't have to take it as wide from where he was, but just stabled out on him.
It does look like those trees did come into play for Marwede.
Yeah, and was able to throw around it pretty nicely and just barely nicks a branch.
Fun bid there from Silas. Another one of these baskets that are just slightly lowered.
Yeah, it kind of makes it, more enticing to run that long eagle bid.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. See if Luke can get it. Oh, he was definitely trying.
Yeah, empty nester with the Eagles. We didn't see any today from our MPO field.
Ooh.
And this still played as a pretty difficult hole, even not in windy conditions. So it was the fourth hardest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There is some OB there.
Came in .12 over par. And pretty good variety of scores here. About quarter, 40%, quarter. Yeah, so field was getting a variety of scores on this one.
At Discraft, we don't wait to see what the future holds. We build it. The future is in your hands.
All right, hole 7, par 4, 830 feet. And all of it, man, this is a tough one. You have OB on the right and the left-hand side the entire way. On the second shot, you have to penetrate this tree line. And you have a basket now up on a tiny little hill. So this first shot, if you get a full rip on this, birdie does come into play. But this is... Ooh, wow. Wow.
That's definitely a little lucky.
Sometimes that tall grass, man.
Interesting
Literally
play
like
from
a
Luke.
slingshot.
He's going a high anhyzer. I think he is looking for the birdie on this one.
Look at that.
That is far. Like, getting half the distance on your first shot on this hole is really hard because the fairway is tight with OB on either side.
That was good for Gossage.
Yeah, that would have been close.
Yeah, that would have. He would have some tall grass love as well.
And this is maybe more the more traditional aggressive line. Flex forehand out there, clips a branch or be a little farther up.
And this is a full rip. You have OB down the entire left side. And nicks a little bit of the tree, but it's kind of what you expect here with most people in their distance. If you have elite distance, you can really get a good lick on it.
Yeah.
Goose, I'm not going to do that.
Turned it over to the right. It'll be a little awkward to approach, but there's only a few trees to miss on the approach once you're that close.
And then Silas was too far left to be able to throw kind of like a full flight, so he had to go hyzer.
Leaves it a little short, but from back there, you can't ask for much more.
This is all set up for Luke, and he needs to miss the tree.
Clips it.
And he's going to end up on the left side as well. It's a little thicker on the left side.
Yeah. So many trees just like sitting around where you want to throw it to the gap. You can't get exactly what you want.
Little low there from Andrew, but does scoot on up.
Yeah. Gossage, ending up a little bit short.
Ooh. Okay.
That was a good run.
Silas saying, hey, the birdie's still in play for me.
Looks like Luke's in the bushes there. Ooh. Also giving it a good run.
And That's a good birdie there for Marwede.
It feels like a birdie.
So, PJ, this was the hardest hole, as you would probably expect. What do you think it came in as in terms of relative to par here?
Probably 0.4 over.
0.4 over.
Yeah.
No, you're a whole stroke off. This was 1.04 over.
Wow.
So this played as a par 5.
Yeah, I mean,
averaging 5 strokes.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it was also an empty nest. We saw 0 birdies on the day.
Oh, wow.
So no one grabbed a birdie. And 2 people got into circle 2, but
I guess Luke was one of them.
yeah.
And then Gossage just missed a short putt there. And then on to hole 8. 230 feet. This is a short par 3, but with a lot of trees in the way. Drone's flying this wide route, but a lot of our players here will probably go a little tighter on the inside line. Silas goes wide.
Yeah.
That works out for him.
Plays the flare, and that works out great. He's going to add another birdie here.
There's that inside line from Luke.
Yeah, I love that line for the righty. A nice little just flip up on that hyzer.
Yeah, that looked like a frisbee throw right there out of Luke. That was cool.
And this is neat, too, for the righty forehand. Gets caught up a little bit, but he's still on the dance floor.
Yeah, just outside circle. Got a pretty decent reaction off that tree. Gossage as well going
3
inside.
people going that inside route, and looks like the outside route was the play here. Let's see if
Yeah,
Gossage.
it's, probably whatever you're comfortable with.
Doesn't matter for Gossage.
What a putt. Through the trees, 50 feet away.
Bounce back birdie. Missing that tree by less than an inch, felt like.
No problem.
Goose is trying to keep pace with Luke and Silas.
Yeah, they don't take one on him here. This is exactly what you want when you hit the drive on this one.
Yeah, and it was nice. They basically, the inside and outside lines were basically the same. So I was a fool for saying the outside. That was just my preferred route.
It does look like a slightly bigger gap.
All right, we're going to move into the last hole of the front 9 here. It's par 4. This one is really a placement shot for most guys. It's 492. If you end up more left, kind of opens up this gap for the second shot. Try to park it. If you end up too far right, it does kind of pinch you off, and you kind of have to throw like an overstable skip shot or something. So
Clips a branch. Comes up a little short, but that's in a decent position.
it's left, and distance-wise shouldn't have a problem.
That one's maybe a bit far right, but it shouldn't be so close that it's pinched off. I guess that's kind of the trade-off on this hole. The farther up you go, if you don't get left,
Exactly.
the worse that it is.
Yeah, because you were wondering why everyone wasn't throwing full shots like this when we were in the moment. I was like, yeah, most people are probably going to just play it a little bit more conservative.
Yeah, so they're guaranteed to have some sort of look into the green.
Yeah, this is a little too conservative and kind of far back and right. He needs to get a good skip, and he does. And almost puts it in the basket.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for his forehand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it feels like when you're looking straight at it like this, forehand might actually be a little tougher.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a great shot there. Yeah, being far back really isn't a problem if you can hit your gap. And that was the problem with being too far right, is he was trying to hit the gap with the Anheuser shot. Maybe a little more difficult.
Gossage getting cheeky with his backhand there. Looking like an ultimate throw.
Luke just pitching up.
No problem for Gossage. Another one.
That was a good tester for him. That's, you know, maybe even a bit farther than the putt he missed earlier on 7.
Mm-hmm. Silas now 7 through 9. Throwing the disc well and putting well.
Certainly.
Luke right on his heels. And Marwede just a little slow. This is a good birdie for him to finish out this front. Still plenty of golf, some easy holes on the back 9. Should play a little quicker as Luke and Silas 0 bogeys for him.
Yeah, so many birdies. Like there's some tough OB on that front 9, and they did a good job of avoiding it.
Yeah, I love looking at all that green. As we're going to take a look at some scores. These scores are some people that have finished their round, so they're in the clubhouse. 10 down seems to be the pace that we're trying to hit. We're at 7 already for Silas. So we want to give a big shout out to Hampton Inn and Suites here in Lansing. And we're going to see you on the back 9. Thank you to all of the Patreon supporters as well. Head over to Patreon if you want to get your name up on the list. Support us. We would greatly appreciate it. See you then.